want a clean fight, y'all. We want a clean fight. No name calling, no cussing.
I'm out.
Come on, you could do a woof woof, Scott. You could do it. All right, what up, good people? And y'all bad people too. It is me, the MATTWOODS, and I got my peeps on the line. Who's all there?
Woof woof. This is Scott Fain of Scott Fain Designs. How you doing today?
I'm doing excellent, sir. Who else we got?
Winnie.
What's up, Winnie? How are you?
Good.
Wonderful, wonderful. Where's Winnie's mama?
And it's Kim from Joy Love Farms.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, how are you?
We're doing good. We're doing good. We're doing good. So, Miss Kim from Joy Love Farms, we were talking yesterday, and it came to my attention that hybrid seeds might not be the way to go in terms of hybrid versus heirloom seeds. So I figured that, hey, let's talk about it, let's debate about it, and figure this thing out. So Mr. Woof Woof Scott Fain, he's going to be an advocate of the heirloom seeds.
Hybrid
seeds. and Miss Winnie, she is going to be an advocate of the heirloom seeds. So we want a clean fight, y'all. We want a clean fight. No name calling, no cussing.
I'm out.
Come on, you could do a woof woof, Scott. You could do it. So all right. So yeah, we want a nice clean debate. And so first, Mr. Fain, he's gonna make the argument for planting the hybrid seeds, and then we're gonna hear Miss Winnie. I'm gonna be taking some notes over here, so when y'all get done arguing y'all points, I'm gonna have a couple questions.
All righty, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, for the hybrid seeds, I'm an advocate for hybrid plants. I've always been fascinated with it, and one of the great things about it is you can mix. It's like you can mix and match your favorite traits. Now, it takes a little bit more know-how and ingenuity, but I used to like the idea of taking a little bit of pollen from one flower and putting it into another one with different colors, and that's my first experience with hybrids. And so there's so many vegetables, fruits and vegetables that we buy every day that come from hybrid plants. The two plants that, they're great on their own, but the hybrid plant enables you to kind of create your own stable, consistent type of fruit or vegetable. And so I'm a big advocate. So these plants that are hybrids, they've been created over years and years and tried and true, and you get every time you plant them, you get roughly the same vegetable over and over again. And I'm a big fan of consistency when it comes to, especially when you're talking about buying things or growing things that you want to take to market. It's pretty awesome. I'm all hybrid all the time. That's it.
All right, cool. All right. Now, I'll wait to ask my question until Miss Winnie is done. So, timer.
Yep. You ready? All right, let's go.
All right. So heirloom seeds are more natural, but they're not all completely natural. So you have them. They grow more and more time, so they grow on their own. You can replant them, or they can grow on their own. It's a consistent thing, and they grow each year around, and they've also been around for over 50 years. They grow year long, and they are all produced really natural and good food, and they're really delicious, and they bring out lots of flavor and good looks for your food. And they also have some weird shapes sometimes, but they always taste delicious.
It's all right.
That was the shortest minute of my life.
What was that? Was it time? Okay, I was writing notes. Was that it? Was that it?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Sorry about that. I was into my note taking. All right. Give me 1 second. Let me look at my notes here. Okay. Now, so Miss Winnie, you said something, but I didn't quite understand you. You said they have some, and I didn't understand what you said.
They have delicious flavors and they have good looks. So they look good from the outside, but they can sometimes look weird.
Okay, good looks, but sometimes look weird. Okay. All right. And I also didn't quite understand. You said they've been around for how long?
50 years.
50 years? Okay. All right. And you say they're more natural, more of a natural flavor, huh?
Yes.
Okay. And then the question that I have, you say they grow on their own. What do you mean by that?
They can possibly regrow on their own, like resprout.
Okay, so like, give me an example so that I'm clear.
So if like it dies, it can like regrow, kind of resprout. So if they like fade, like die over like winter and the summer, it can, like the spring or the summer, it will grow back.
Okay, okay. Okay, so the seeds last a lot longer is what you're saying there. Is that what you're saying? The seeds last longer?
Yes, that doesn't apply to all the seeds. That doesn't apply all the time though, but yes.
Okay, okay. All right, so Mr. Fain, now she brought up a good point about the length of time that those were around, the 50 plus years. Do you have any information on how long the hybrids have been around? I would imagine you would have to pick a particular one, but can you speak on that for a second?
Well, my research, hybrids have been around for a very long time. I mean, just like what I was talking about, making the plants and taking the pollen from one and doing to another. People have been doing that for years to create different things. Even the kiwi fruit is not a natural plant. It's a combination, a hybrid of a furry little Chinese fruit and something else. I can't remember what it's called, but they've been doing it for a very long time. So I don't have specific timings, but yeah, it's been around a long time too.
Okay. You mentioned that you could take pollen from one plant and then mix it with another. So like, are you saying like if you have a cherry tomato plant, you got two plants, a cherry tomato plant and a grape, or let's say a Roma tomato plant. Is that possible to mix those two?
Yes, because basically you can cross pollinate or make a hybrid out of any two plants that are in the same genus. I mean, there might be rules that a botanist would know better, but generally speaking, that's the case. So, are you familiar with the word genus?
No.
It's the scientific name for plants.
Yeah.
Like for instance, if you wanted to do a bell pepper, that's capsicum. Technically, you could take a bell pepper, sweet bell pepper, and try and mix it with like a habanero to see what kind of plant you get out of that, blending those two plants together.
Okay. And is that a natural process?
Yeah, it can be. Like the ones that I've looked at.
I mean, it doesn't happen in a laboratory.
No, it doesn't happen in a laboratory. Sometimes it's just a matter of taking a paintbrush and dusting some pollen from one plant and then dusting it into the stamen, which is the reproductive organ of another plant. That's what bees do. That's what, you get different types of flowers and stuff like that, because a bee will walk around in one flower and carry that pollen to another flower. And like how you see sometimes with roses, it's a white rose bush, but then there'll be streaks of red in it. It'll be because that bee flew from one to another that had red in it to a white bush.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I am conflicted.
All right. Well, I'm an advocate for a hybrid. Like I said, I like stable plants, and I like consistent plants. There's actually a company that sells ugly vegetables. That's what they call them. And it's because they basically take up all the plants and vegetables that are not pretty and sell those. They're still good plants and vegetables, but like I said, I'm just a fan of being able to produce more consistently. And most of the hybrid plants have they produce a certain number of plants consistently. Heirlooms, you don't always get that. Like she said, sometimes they take a little longer. Sometimes you get some. Sometimes you get a few. So that's my argument in favor of going hybrid.
My argument in favor of going heirloom is that you don't have to cross them. You don't have to crossbreed them to get natural tomato. Even if it may be ugly, it still tastes delicious, and you can put it in any type of food. See, on the other hand, when you have like a Roma tomato, maybe those ones look pretty, but they always don't taste the best. So that's my argument.
Well, I will yield.
Flavor.
I'll yield the point about the Roma tomatoes. Some of them do not taste as good as some that you pull out of the garden. But it could be how they're grown too. The love that's shown in the actual garden, fertilizing, getting the right amount of water and consistency.
Oh, I think did you say time?
Yes.
Okay, you gotta say it louder. Yeah, I was like, did you say something? Okay. All right. Well, I'm leaning toward the heirloom argument because of the taste. That is the thing about me and Scott. You just admitted that, yeah, going with the Roma tomatoes, the taste isn't always there with the hybrids. But with when you go to the farmers, okay, so Scott made a meal. I'll have to pull up a picture for the sake of this video. It was a snack. What was that? A beefsteak tomato with the cheese?
It was just I forget what they call it. It's it's cheese slices of fresh mozzarella cheese, not the low moisture, like the kind that comes in the liquid, and sliced heirloom tomatoes with a drizzle of olive oil and balsamic vinegar, a little salt and pepper, and that's all you need. Yeah, when the tomatoes are in season and it's right, it is delicious, fresh, delicious.
Yes. Yeah, so now I wish I would have known what kind of tomatoes I had before, because like I said, I just got the seeds and just threw those things into the ground. And if you're getting started with the gardening, I wouldn't even worry about it. Get you heirloom, get you a hybrid, just get you something and get the planting. And then once you get your consistency, then it's like, okay, let me make this better. And that's the point I'm at. I said, okay, I want to be more prepared this year, not just throwing anything into the ground. Although that's fun, it was fun for me. So
I'll just say I don't hate heirloom anything, mind you. I like, as you can tell, I love a good heirloom tomato. And I'm not opposed to going heirloom, but like you're saying, just get started with something if you're going to plant something. But because to me, the heirlooms always represented like almost a secret, or just like a rare find, because you get the right kind of seeds, and there's some really interesting, especially tomatoes, really interesting tomatoes and different types of plants that are heirloom seeds and stuff. And it's like having an adventure in your backyard, because nobody else around you is going to have that type of plant, that type of fruit coming off. So yeah, I like both, but yeah, depending on what you want, there's some things I would go hybrid on, and other things I would go heirloom on.
It's for me as an organic grower, I would rather go with the heirloom, and they're better to flower as far as that I've seen so far. Hybrids, I know that I've been able to sprout certain things like lemons. I know a lemon is a hybrid. It's not even really it's not a natural fruit. However, those are things that are easier to sprout, as far as hybrids are concerned. But yeah, both maybe. We'll see. Maybe we'll do a test run with both of them this year in different locations and see what happens. But like you both said, definitely just get started. We just need everybody to get started somewhere in the backyard. Start with a few herbs. Just start where you can. As long as we're growing our own some type of way or another, it'll get around.
Absolutely. Okay, so that's a good way to end the call. And with regards to seeds, Commonwealth, they're going to have some seeds available at the green space, and I believe the address is 906 Elm Street, but we'll make sure to put that up on the screen, the correct address. But yeah, if you want to get started, you got no excuse. We got some free seeds for you, so come on in and let's make it happen. All right, y'all. Thanks for being on the call. I appreciate y'all input. Y'all have a good one.
Peace.
Thank you.
Keep planting.
Yes, sir. Woof, woof.
Woof, woof, indeed.
That brings everything together. Some make us sing together.